Hello, and let's continue. So here are computer graphics and visual effects. Second week lectures, and today we'll discuss topics of digital photography and color correction. It's like very important in terms of we discussed like how we can create, what we can use, and through what instruments we can apply this computer graphics to our visual effects. And because media technologies and digital journalism majors, sometimes you need to work with real, not programmed, not created artificially, but real content, images and videos. So here, one of our week part, we will discuss photography. Digital journalism already finished for the journalism course. There we talked about practical parts, how to take pictures, what kind of different angles, and so on. Same here for media technologies. Like you remember, you did your cinematography and digital editing. You know again about angles, about camera, how to put it. Like video, it's 24 frames in 1 second. So it's still if you pause it, it can be still image. And for our assignments, we will use photos, digital photography that you created, that you will create. And then what we will do using computer graphics, using different visual effects, we'll try to manipulate and edit these photos, these images. So why it's important for us, why this topic we will discuss today, is because you are creators, your vision, you can show it through your camera, but also you can make it better with computer graphics. Let's see. So right now, you know that a lot of technical equipment, even like it can be small, but in terms of quality, it can give you better quality. So I think it's not so important if you're doing on like professional camera or using your iPhone. If you know good angle, if you understand how light works, if you have some creativity, you can work like one-on-one with like just your phone and professional camera. In terms of output, they can create still like same result. This depends if you work like professional. And right now, you know that we have AI instruments that can like photorealistically create some images. So it's day after day, it's harder to understand. Is it real picture or is it AI? So in terms of photojournalism, we'll try to understand like, where it's real, where it's fake, uh, what, how we can see and make the difference. So in digital photography, it's important to understand your settings of your camera. It doesn't matter is it phone or professional camera. Still, settings are very important. How you put it, how you check white balance, ISO. You remember exposure triangle. So it's very important. I hope you remember how we did it on our photojournalism or cinematography classes. Because again, if you will do bad homework on these camera settings at the time of shootings, then of course you need to work more on editing on computer graphics. So at some part, it's good for us, like for our course, because then you will do more like computer graphics stuff, visual effects stuff, rather than digital photography. But still, in future, if probably someone will work in this media creation, photo, video creation fields, it's important to check your settings, check your color balance, white balance, and so on. light, again, is very important. It's how even just like changing our source of light, we can make difference in appearance of some persons, like just changing light source from like back, front, on the back, and so on. It's can be the difference. So we need to understand how to work with artificial light, like practical light that if we somewhere inside, or like natural light when we outside, like sun, moon, some different night vision shots. It's important to understand how they work and how they work with our skin tone, our location, our angle. It's you will see the difference at the time of shootings, at the time of the creation of photo or video. And again, difference between warm light and cool light, cold light, even emotionally, it can give you difference. So how we will work with it, what kind of assignments we will create, we will discuss it in practice hours. So here, what I said before, like as you can see, just not moving our object, our person, but putting our light to different positions, it can make the difference. It can make some dramatism or like some new emotions to her character. At some point you look that maybe she looks older or younger. It's only depend on how you put the light. And yes, in terms of photojournalism, I hope you remember that we discussed like Rembrandt light, different how to create these effects. So on practice, we'll discuss it further, how we can use them and apply. Here, second part, color correction. We will discuss it again on the second part of our lecture. But here, where we can use our computers and apply computer graphic course to our digital images that we create, digital photography. So usually, yes, like if you do everything good on the part of settings, you'll not need to apply some corrections, some editing on your photos. But we will do specially for our assignments, maybe some defects, and we will try to change them. So common color correction challenges, they are overexposure when you have more light than you need, or underexposure, so when you have low light sources and it's hard to show, hard to see what kind of objects we have on our photos. And some in terms of correction, maybe like you can create some effects, make one color visible and other was just like gray, black and white. So this is color correction routine that we will discuss on our next part of lecture, and also as part where how we do it on our practice lessons. So for sure, color correction is important. It's how you see it. Again, if we talk about visual art, mostly we perceive information through our vision, through our eyes, and it can give us some emotional impact, some representation of what we see, consistency and professional finish. Especially for photojournalism. Yes, for digital journalism, you'll see like how you show maybe more light or even overexposure and under exposure, some of the photos, they can be still used by us to show some history, to show some emotions. So sometimes some photographers, they intentionally use these effects to show their vision. Okay. Color theory, yes, on the next topic we will discuss it more, and we will try to apply on our practice different color theory life hacks and parts. But basically, hue, saturation, and brightness, like also contrast, are very important things when you doing your color correction. Okay, and in terms of editing software, again, we will use especially for color correction Adobe Lightroom application is especially a lot of instruments, a lot of tools we have there to use to make your photos better, to make them more interesting, more professional. We'll try to use them, but some basic color correction tools also we have in Photoshop. So basically, our first step will be to work in Lightroom software, and we will do only color correction, but not editing. And then we will move on and we will work in Photoshop, where we will do our editing, some photo manipulation, some of the retouch in this application we will try to do on our practical parts with our assignments. So again, it doesn't matter how you're doing your digital photography on your camera, on your phone. It's still digital. You can transfer it to your laptop and you can edit it with pixels, with raster vector images. You can convert from raster to vector, so, opposite, and on our practice we will see how it works. And in terms of digital photography, yes, we will try to work with images that you create, not using some internet or someone else's photos, but photos that you will create and you will do on the time of all our assignments. So I think that's it in part for digital photography. And second important part is color correction. So let's move on to color.